Good evening, everyone. I'm Dorene Decibus from It Begins with Ink and Paper, and welcome to Simply Stamping Sunday. I hope you had a great weekend. I want to thank all the veterans out there for their service. My dad, my family, my whole family, as a matter of fact, has been part of the military. My dad for 22 years in the Air Force. My brother-in-law, my brother, my sister, my cousins, my uncles. We have definitely had a very strong presence in the military. So I appreciate everything the veterans do for us every single day. So welcome to Simply Stamping Sunday on this beautiful fall day that we at least had in New England. Chilly, but beautiful. I want to remind you that this month for November, we are using the Beary Cute stamp set, and we're only using ink stamps and paper. We're using the Beary Christmas Designer Series paper, and tonight we're using Night of Navy and Very Vanilla. The cardstock colors for this month are Mossy Meadow and Night of Navy and Basic White and Very Vanilla. So that is all we're using for the whole month long. Last week, this is the card that we made. Let me just make sure my volume is where I want it to be. There we go. So this month, as I said, we are focusing on Very Cute, and this was the card that we did last week. It was a fun card to make with just simply stamping. And tonight we are making another fun card with Night of Navy being our focus. And so I love this card. It's just so cute. I love the bears and the different bears that are available. So that's a lot of fun. So let me get this out of the way so we can get started. So again, you don't have to worry about trying to write down all of the measurements of the cardstock that we're using tonight. I will post it at the end of the video in the comments under the description. So what are we going to need? Let me just make sure I've got everything. So we're going to use a half a sheet of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and we're going to fold it at 5 1/2. Let me just grab a bone folder. I've been doing a lot of crafting this weekend. Yesterday at Stampin' Up! Had an event, an online virtual event for demonstrators. It was a lot of fun, and we did some stamping and learned some techniques, learned about all the new product that was available, that's going to be available in the mini catalog and the celebration catalog that are coming out in January. And I placed my order today, so I will do an unboxing video because those are always fun. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper that both of them measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. One's going to be on the outside of the card, one's going to be on the inside of the card. And you are going to need another piece of Very Vanilla. This will be on the front of the card that measures 3 1/8 by 3 3/8. And you're going to need 2 more pieces of Very Vanilla. One measures 3/4 inch by 3 3/4 inch, and the other one measures 3/8 inch by 3 1/8 inch. You're going to need some more Night of Navy cardstock. This piece measures 3/4 inch by 3 3/8 inch, and this piece here measures 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. This piece here measures 2 3/4 by, looks like 5 1/4. And then we have this piece here of the Designer Series paper that measures 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. This must be by 5 3/8 then. Okay, nope, it's 5 1/4. And then the final piece of Designer Series paper measures 5/8 by 2 3/8. So that's what we need for tonight's card. So let's get started. You are also going to need a scrap of Very Vanilla Cardstock. So we've got some stamping to do. So we're going to do our stamping first. And we're going to start with using Memento Black ink. And we're going to be stamping our bears to cut out. So there's our first bear. And then I just adore this little toddler bear, I'm going to call him. Doesn't look quite like a baby. He looks like a little toddler. Let me put those aside. We are going to also stamp using the Night of Navy ink. We are going to be stamping a scarf onto the larger bear. Make sure it's all inked up. I just love that scarf. And this hat. And we're going to be stamping a hat for the baby bear. We don't want him to be cold out. And then we're going to use our Mossy Metal ink. And we're going to be stamping our tree. So we have an outline. And we have the inside of the tree. I love two-step stamping when you can just do all the stamping ahead of time and have the image completed, and then you're done. I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to take one of my larger pieces of Very Vanilla. It's going to go on the inside, and I'm going to stamp a greeting at the top. And then if you remember from, I think I may have let you peek at the inside, we have I stamped the warm wishes. I'm using the green this time, and then the tree on the inside. So we'll add that tree as well. Could even add some presents by it if we wanted to, but we're just going to have the tree on the inside. There we go. And then we've got just a little bit more stamping to do at the bottom of our, make sure I'm holding it the right way. We're going to be stamping the Merry Christmas, but we're going to do that in Night of Navy. And then I think all of our stamping is done. So our Merry Christmas is going to go right on the bottom of this piece. There we go. Now our stamping is done, and we're ready to put this card together. So I am going to start by putting this piece on the inside. Now I will say that I got this idea for this card from a card sketch, and then well, that adhesive didn't last as long. Probably can tell I've been doing a lot of stamping lately. I keep my refills nice and handy right on my desk because it's something I go through a lot of. This is my favorite adhesive to use, but I've been trying to use the glue a little more because it works just as well, and it's just a little bit more economical. All right, so in we go with the inside of our card. Now let's start putting together the front of our card. So the first thing we're going to do is add this piece of Very Vanilla on the front of our card. So again, thank you for joining me tonight, either on the live or the replay or on my Facebook channel. Please say hello wherever you're watching from, and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think of the card afterwards. So I'm just going to put my piece of Designer Series paper, all of the snowflakes, on this piece of Night of Navy cardstock. It's only going to border it along the edges, not the top and the bottom. And then this is going to go right on top of the card. We're going to let a little bit of the white show on the left, or the ivory, the vanilla show. There we go. And now we're going to put this part together. If you haven't already liked my page and followed it, please do so. And the same with my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I do a lot of fun things on the YouTube channel, so it's something that is a lot of fun. Okay, so now we're going to do some banners. So I am going to create a banner out of this piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by, just had my scissors. Yeah, they are. So we stamped all this before, and I forgot to mention, just before we went on air, I stamped some others and cut them all out so that you didn't have to watch me do some cutting. So I'm going to start by just adding a banner to this edge of the white. I keep saying it's white. It's Very Vanilla. There we go. And I'm going to attach it to the navy, and then I can make a banner so it's going to fit this one easily. So I'm going to put that right to the end and bring that out. And then I'm going to cut in. And this way my banners are going to match. There we go. This is going to go just above the Merry Christmas. Our other banner is going to be the Designer Series paper onto the piece of Very Vanilla. So I'm going to cut on that. So easy to cut a banner. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to attach this to my Very Vanilla, and then I am going to cut out the banner so the banners fit. Like I said, I saw this card sketch. A card sketch is just a drawing of the elements of what should be on the card. It's just not as straight as I'd like it. Let me just fix this. And then I saw some different renditions of how people use the sketch. So that's where the idea of this card came from. Kind of one of those casing situations where you copy and share everything when you see something really great. So there we go. And this is going to go, so we're going to have this one right above, and I think I went over a little bit. Let's just trim that. So this is going to go right above the Merry Christmas. This is going to go right here above that. And then we're going to have our tree and all of that in place. So I'm going to put my tree where I want it first so we can start building this front panel. And I want the tree to just come out and just over this piece of cardstock a little bit. And then I am going to add my other pieces. So like I said, this one's going to go just over my Merry Christmas. And I'm only going to put a little adhesive on the bottom of this one because this is going to slide over and be here. And then we have a little lip that we can put some things under. So the first thing is going to be my bear, and he is going to go right about here with his legs. Oh, let's see. We're going to have a leg right, his foot right over like that. And then we're going to have this little guy, and we're going to put a foot underneath. And he's going to be standing here, and then we're going to put the cap on him. So let's just add a little adhesive to hold them down. So there we go with our bear. And then I'm going to actually use a little bit of my glue to add the hat. I think that's the more appropriate adhesive to use in this case. So we'll just put a little bit on his head. And we'll make sure his eye is showing. So let me just move that. There we go. I think that looks good. And then we're going to put just a little bit of adhesive here. And we're going to have his front paw to go behind his dad. And he's going to be on his back like that. Isn't that just so cute? I love it. And now we're going to put this on the front of the card. And we're going to layer it right here in the center. So we're just going to put some adhesive right on the back and add that to the front of our card. And there we go. Whoops, don't want it crooked. There we go. And that, my friends, is our Simply Stamping Sunday card for this week. Just using our inks, our papers, and our stamps. This very cute set is adorable and can be used for so many projects besides your Christmas cards. So just to show you the set again, it has so many fun pieces, 3 different polar bears, has snowflakes, Christmas gifts, trees, 3 different sentiments, Christmas is better together, Merry Christmas, and warm wishes. And you can see how easy it is to make an adorable card. So thank you so much for joining me tonight during Simply Stampin' Sunday. And I want to thank you for coming and remind you that on Tuesday night, I want you to join me for Christmas Made Easy. This week we're going to be working on gift cards. And I'll be back Friday night for Fun Fold Friday. And of course, I'll be back next Sunday night for week 3 of the Beary cute stamp set. And I am going to be showing you a paper cutting technique that will allow you to make 3 cards at once. So again, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again on Simply Stamping Sunday. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.